Today's topic is Resident Evil. Yes, this game is absolutely wild. Let's see why it's so popular. This game, brought to life by Capcom, is a horror and survival-themed game. It is one of the best games of its genre and dates back a long time. As I mentioned, it's old. The first game was released in 1996. This initial release practically taught the gaming world a lesson. This series created a unique gameplay experience with its blend of biological horror, the struggle for survival, and a mysterious story. This game, which captivates players with its story, is set in a universe where a massive company called Umbrella Corporation conducts experiments on humans, resulting in the creation of deadly viruses. These viruses lead to the emergence of zombies and various other creatures. Resident Evil is not just a game series, its global success is tied to the depth and atmosphere behind it. The horror and tension are masterfully crafted at a high level. Players are constantly on edge, with the feeling that a threat could appear at any moment. The most important features of the game. Chris Redfield is one of the iconic characters in the Resident Evil series. With a strong sense of justice, Chris is a courageous STARS and BSAA agent fighting against Umbrella Corporation and biological threats. Known for his loyalty, determination, and fearlessness, he never hesitates to risk his life to protect others. His bond with his sister Claire and his friends makes him an even more beloved character. Playing a significant role in the Resident Evil series, Chris is an unforgettable figure with strong leadership qualities and a selfless personality. Jill Valentine is one of the most beloved and iconic characters in the Resident Evil series. Serving in the STARS Special Tactics and Rescue Service Unit, Jill is known for her intelligence, strategic thinking, and bravery. During the horrific events in Raccoon City, she fights to survive while facing zombies and biological threats. In Resident Evil 3, Nemesis, she is targeted by a bioweapon called Nemesis, and her resilience and determination to survive in this struggle have earned players' admiration. Her loyalty to her friends and team is one of her defining qualities. Both physically and mentally strong, Jill is an indispensable hero in the Resident Evil universe. Leon S. Kennedy is one of the most beloved characters in the Resident Evil series. First introduced in Resident Evil 2, Leon is a young police officer caught in the midst of a zombie outbreak on his first day in Raccoon City. Known for his intelligence, bravery, and determination, Leon quickly stands out. He later works as a special agent for the U.S. government, taking a leading role in the fight against bioterrorism. He is particularly known for his dangerous mission to rescue the president's daughter in Resident Evil 4. With his physical skills and strategic thinking, Leon is one of the most powerful and unforgettable heroes in the Resident Evil universe. There are more characters, but I've already told you this much, and let's talk a little bit about the atmosphere of tension. The Resident Evil series is a cornerstone in creating a horror and suspense atmosphere within the gaming world. Each game immerses players into a dark, menacing, and spine-chilling world. Throughout the game, dark corridors, dim lighting, echoing footsteps, and eerie music evoke a constant sense of danger, keeping the player on edge and fully immersed. Resident Evil doesn't rely solely on jump scares. It deeply incorporates psychological horror elements. Uncertainty reigns, and the feeling that a threat could emerge at any moment creates ongoing pressure. In addition to classic horror elements like zombies and mutated creatures, relentless enemies like Mr. X or Nemesis heighten the tension even further. These unstoppable foes appear randomly, casting a shadow over the player and instilling a constant sense of pursuit. The atmosphere is further enhanced by environmental details. Abandoned buildings, rusty equipment, broken windows, bloodstains, and misty, dark settings deepen the sense of realism. Resident Evil also forces players to think strategically due to limited ammunition and health resources. These limitations make each encounter meaningful, making the fear more personal. The series' sound design is integral to the horror atmosphere. The groans of zombies, echoing footsteps in confined spaces, and sudden, tense music keep players in a state of continuous fear. This atmosphere provides Resident Evil with a unique horror and suspense experience, keeping players constantly on edge, feeling as though they might face a lurking threat at any moment. Resident Evil's mastery of atmosphere doesn't just aim to scare, it builds a world that draws players in. This atmosphere leaves a lasting impression, making Resident Evil an unforgettable horror series. The Resident Evil series is one of the best examples of survival horror gameplay mechanics. The series immerses players in an experience that requires resource management, strategy, and attention. With limited ammunition and health supplies, players must evaluate each encounter and fight only when necessary, adding tension and uncertainty to the game. In the early games, Fixed camera angles offered a limited view, keeping players on edge, while later titles allowed a broader over-the-shoulder perspective. However, the game retains a sense of horror and suspense, giving players the feeling of constant danger. Resident Evil also incorporates puzzles and exploration elements, balancing the game's pace and deepening the horror atmosphere. Another element that enhances Resident Evil's horror atmosphere is its sound design. The groans of zombies, echoing footsteps in confined spaces, and sudden, tense music keep players constantly on alert. Additionally, in modern games, the advancement of AI technology allows enemies to move more intelligently and actively pursue players, adding a dynamic horror element. Finally, alternative modes such as Mercenaries and new Game Plus options increase Resident Evil's replayability. With different difficulty levels and modes, players experience something new with each playthrough. The Resident Evil series provides players with a unique experience that fully embodies survival horror. With resource management, a tense atmosphere, unforgettable enemies, and innovative gameplay features, the series holds a special place in the world of horror games. Resident Evil has not only remained a game series, but has also become a cultural phenomenon. This universe has expanded through various media adaptations, including films, animations, novels, and comics. Capcom continues to keep the series up to date, providing content that appeals to new generations of players, thus maintaining the popularity of Resident Evil. Expectations are high that this game will continue to remain popular in the future. The fact that each new release introduces innovative features and advances in graphics ensures that Resident Evil maintains a lasting place in the industry. Alright friends, today we took a closer look at the world of Resident Evil. We explored why this horror-filled series is so popular, touching on its most beloved characters and unforgettable atmosphere. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content.